Hey everyone, welcome back to Camp Keyframe. My name is Bas and in today's video we're going to animate this awesome design by Trey Ingram. So Trey sent me his design of this logo badge for his fiction football league, Underworld FC. It's really cool, it's amazing, lots of detail. We can do something really cool with this. And make sure to check him out on Dribble or Instagram or whatever. I'll put the links down in the description below and you can see them right now on the screen. So yeah, give him a follow, give him a like. He makes some really cool stuff. And thank you, Trey, for sending me this illustration. It's really nice. We're gonna get started here in After Effects. And what I've done is I've already imported all the elements from Illustrator using the plugin called Overlord. I have a separate tutorial about that if you want to see how I did that. And I think we're gonna split this tutorial into two parts because it's gonna be a long one, I think. I'm currently at home, quarantined, because right now when recording this we're in the coronavirus state of the world in 2020. So please bear with me. I hope my audio quality is fine with you guys, but I'm doing this from home. So let's just get started. We have this background here. Let's go log that. And when I made 3 pre-comps, let's turn them off. I have my main shape with all these layers in here. Then I have my extra elements, and they are in there. And then I have my main character. And if I go into my main shape, then we see, let's see, put that at fit. We see all of these elements, the Underworld logo, the main shape, not that much in here. In my extra elements, we can see all these things. All the orange ones are the ones that are symmetric to the left one. So I can animate this whole hand, and then we can copy and paste it and place it here and here and here. Also with the rest. So those are the elements, and then we have the main character in here with also the orange parts, but this is the main guy. So we're going to do this in 3 steps. So let's start by first animating the main shape here in this composition. And I also have a background in here which is locked, and then we have this banner on the bottom. We have the logo kind of, and the big shape, and we have some dots on the left and right here. So we're going to animate everything separately. Let's first start with this Underworld logo. Let's select all of them, go to position, and maybe, no, from the Underworld, they need to come from under. Ha. Nice, okay, select them all. I'm gonna use Flow here, my plugin, for some nice easing, maybe this one, no, let's say this one. Oh, that's not so, that doesn't look really nice. Give that some easing again. Okay, and then I'm going to select these first ones. I'm going to go to Rift to offset them a bit and click that. Yeah, like that. It moves all of them like a couple of frames. And then here go to Ascend. And then click that, and then we have our logo there already. This can be fairly simple, you know, because the main work is going to be in the character. Underworld logo, or let's call it text. Click that, make it yellow again, make it look nice. This FC can come in from the sides, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, give them some easing and they can just pop out of nowhere. And then can make it a whole lot faster. That's a bit too fast maybe. Alright, then these little dots. Let's see what we can do with that. I think we're going to give him position as well. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and let's do the same with all of them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1, 2. All right, cut them off by holding Option and then in bracket. Push. Also a bit faster. Let's see, maybe this one first and then these two. So it's the same with this. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. See how that looks. Okay, great. I'm going to pre-comp them as well to dots, just to keep everything clean and tidy. Alright, let's animate this little thing here. We're going to go open this up. I'm not going to scale this because when I scale it, let's put the anchor point down here. And then you can see that these corners will start to look ugly. So we're going to have to open our contents, group one, path, get a keyframe for that. And then actually move these these anchor points down so that the curve stays nice. And then we can just cut that off here, also make this a bit faster. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, and then this little thing, what was this? Oh yeah, I think we can move these two, let's position them from under the big banner. So just move them up here, cut them off like that. Alright, cool. Nice, okay, and then maybe we can have the shadow also like moving out a little bit. And also if I use scale here, you can see that it's not aligning up right. So also here, let's open it up and go to our contents, group one, path, and just 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now it kind of grows out as it's moving down, which is nice. Just a little bit of extra motion. Let's go ahead and parent the FC text to our banner small. And I guess, let's see. Something like that. We could tweak this all later, of course. Our underworld text. And now we're going to look at timing the big shape. We'll do that later. Now it's first this one. So the underworld and the dots can go right now. And I'm going to mask that in here, which the banner big. Command D to duplicate it, put it on top. I'm going to name it to matte. Give this color none. And then here, open your toggle modes, and then go to my track matte for my underworld text and select alpha matte. And now it's only visible within this shape here. Right, that's looking great. I'm going to parent this just to be sure to my big banner. So when I move this banner right now, the mask moves along with it. Now let's go look at timing. Alright, and then these dots. That's fine for now. Alright. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's put them on the bottom here. And I think it would be cool that if we're going to delete this. I'm going to make a null object here. Command Option Shift Y, or go to Layer New Null Object, and I'm going to place this right there in the middle of the screen, and I'm going to call this banner move up. I'm going to select all of these things that aren't parented already and not these big shapes, parent them to my null, and now this null will control all of that, and I'm going to give that some extra positioning here. So position that up and then maybe start down a bit, like it's coming even further from the underworld. Now I think these can go a bit sooner, or do they? No. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So now let's get these shapes back. Parent them as well to this null, so they move up with it. But I think what would be cool is that they kind of appear from out of this banner here. Okay, we can use our path again, our contents group one path. Let's go, and then this one the same here, like that. All right, and then let's see. Okay, let's select all of these top points here. So these, holding shift and then moving them down like that. And then we can move these ones in a little bit so that this line is straight, kind of straight. All right, and then I think we can move them all down. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I think it will. Let's see, let's do the other one as well. Yeah, select all of these. Oh, place them down here. And then these one in. Okay. Cut this off, gives us some nice easing. Oh, that's not fast enough, I think. Oh, and then of course we need to select all of these two as well. Place them down here. Use them again just to be sure. Yeah, let's give it a little bit of offset, not too much though. Okay, let's see how we can do this with a nice timing. I think it can come up here already. Let's create a mask for them just so we can see how it would look like this. And let's call it matte and none. And I'm going to place that on top of this shape here and on top of this shape as well. Parent them to our main null object or our move up banner. So then we can do the same thing as before. Select this layer and go to track matte, alpha matte, and here as well. So now it's only visible within that purple shape we just saw. Oh, and of course this is not going because now this shape is moving down. So we need this matte to be starting there. And cut it off at the bottom, so let's make this mask a bit bigger, like that. So now it should work. And then maybe a bit later. Alright, awesome. This will do the job. Let's just look at this. I can see this FC thingies here. We're gonna cut them off. We're gonna put them a bit later. Way later. Maybe even more. So, okay. Great, we're done with this one. Let's close it up. So we are done with our main shape. Let's lock that. So that one's done. If I turn these ones off, we can now see that this main shape, actually if I go in here, everything starts very late. So let's just move that to the beginning here. Okay, move this a bit. So that's our shape, looking nice. All right, and then we're going to go to lock that, and we're going to go do our extra elements, and let's try that. And I think that in this video we'll do the main shape and the extra elements, and in the next part, next tutorial, next video, we'll do the main character because that takes a lot more time. There's a lot of detail, of course, in this. Let's start with the easy stuff here. This text here. By the way, I've imported my back shape, our banner layers as well here, and they're hidden. So here they are all as guide layers, so they don't show up in here, they just only show up in here. You can do that by right-clicking something and then go to guide layer. But I also hid them, so they're not in my line of sight, but I can still see them here just for reference on how the scene looks. So what I said, let's start with the easy stuff. This text here, let's put that all on the top. Position can also be some easy stuff. I think, what can we do? Let's put 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's put these ones a little bit later. Not too much though. And again, let's make this a bit faster. Keep doing that. Keep making it all take way too long. Yeah, that's fine for me. Estimated 2019. Oops, 2019. Okay, that's done. Let's move that to the bottom here. And not to the bottom, not to the whole bottom, but this bottom here. And we're going to lock that. We're done with it for now. Then let's start with these hands. What I want to do is I want them to move in from the left and then have the hands wiggle around a little bit. So we have these different elements. Let's just single them out here. No, let's lock all the rest, just so we can't touch anything on accident. So we have our arm here, our main hand shape, and then these fingers are divided into separate layers here. And what I've done is I'll open this in Illustrator. You can see here what I did is when I opened this hand, I've made these fingers have a round ending here, and this one as well. So when I select them both, they're like tightly lock in here, and this one as well, you can see, and these are all rounded endings. So when I place my anchor point of this finger right there and I can turn it around, then it will stay nice and connected to the other part of the finger. So just make sure if you want to do something like this, that these things are all perfectly rounded. You can do that, of course, by doing this, this color, and then with the white arrow, select it and drag these all in, and then copy and paste it. And there you go. Yes? Alright, so we're going to start this arm is going to move in from the side, so everything needs to be parented to that. But let's see now. I'm going to parent this little finger to this finger. So this one to that, this one to the one above that, and this one to the one above that, I guess. Yep. And then these ones are going to be attached to my hand, and the hand is going to be attached to the arm, and the hand will have its anchor point down here, so we can move a little bit, and you can see that all the fingers are moving with it. And if I move this one, that one is moving, and I'm going to move the anchor points to the correct positions now. So now this one moves like that. Move this. Oops, that's not the correct thing I wanted to do. Thank you. Like that. All right. Yep. And then this one here. And now these as well. Oops. All right, great. This is the stuff nobody likes to do, but hey, when you put some effort into animation, it will always look better. So just take your time, please. I have all the time in the world right now. All right, so yeah, everything is parented. Let's move this hand. Position. And we're going to make them go all the way here. We're going to mask this out later, of course, and cut all these layers off. I always like to do that, to just cut them off here, just to have a nice overview of what I'm working with. Okay, and maybe, wait, I'm going to delete that. I'm gonna put my anchor point here, so, no, not there, here. We can, yeah, and what I want to rotate it as well a bit, but then this becomes, there's a gap. So I'm going to just drag these ones out. And then I can put my anchor point here actually. And now it can rotate a little bit, which is nice. Position over there. Boom. Let's have them move in. How fast? Okay, great. Let's give this some rotation as well then. Rotation. Make it up a bit. And give it some excite. I have motion 2 here. Click on excite. Greatest plugin ever. And then, whoa, that's really bad. It just gives this a little extra bouncy effect. So I'm just going to play around with the positioning of these keyframes here. Yeah, something like that, I guess, would work. It's too much. Okay. Just a little bounce, yeah. And then this one is going to like wiggle around as well a little bit, because when it stops, it needs to move forward a bit. So rotation, open that up. This is the end position, so I'm going to move that to the right, and then it can start here as well, of course. So it starts when it moves in, it starts normal, and then when it stops, it goes forward a little bit, like that, and then it goes back to the normal. So just put them closer together and select excite, and then place them at the right time. That's awful. Okay. So just playing around with these keyframes to get the movement nice and realistic a little bit. Yeah, there you go. That looks nice. Looks like a little bit wobbly, but I like it. I like it a lot. All right, then let's see. When maybe we can also have the fingers wiggle a little bit, and then also have them all move. Or no, maybe not wiggle, but just have them move a little bit. So let's see, rotation for this one. Because the idea here is that everything is going to move into the screen. Everything is going to build up, and then it needs to stay there for a while. So we need to have some elements that are going to keep moving while everything else is standing still. So maybe these fingers can do like a little grabby thing, like they're trying to grab something. I don't know. Just make them move a little bit. So rotation, a bit down. Let's actually do that for all these ones at the same time. This one a bit down, and this one is a bit up. Okay, so now it's grabbing, and then it can go back. Let's copy all of these, and then just give this some right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease. And then you can, of course, like maybe offset them a little bit. I'm just trying something out here. I haven't animated this before, of course. So I'm just, yeah, I think they take a bit too long to move. Yeah, nice. Or maybe that's a bit too much offset. Like that. No, not like that. Maybe all at the same time. No. Alright, I'm just trying stuff out here, guys. Alright, maybe something like that. Let's try to add rotation to these other fingers as well. Wait, let's first close all of them. Rotate these ones, so rotation and maybe a little bit down. Copy them. And ease them as well, of course. And then select, open all of them, and let's see. Get the timing right. Right, that's looking kind of cool already. Let's move all of them back here so they start nice. So now it comes in and then, or moves a little bit, and then maybe we can copy all of these. Yeah, so now let's offset this a bit as well again. Just some randomness. Yeah, so now just we have this hand done here for now. Yeah, I can maybe make it a bit more impressive later, but now we're just we got it. We got how it works. So Command Shift C to pre-comp it to hand, and okay, and click this button, of course, make it yellow, and I'm going to duplicate this. Boom, Command D. And move that down here. That's why I have these orange shapes in here. I'm going to duplicate both of these. Press Command D and then move them up here. And right click, transform, and then flip horizontal. And then that one should be good. And then this one is to move in a little bit. So let's see, let's make this one, these two go a bit later. Yeah, nice, okay. So now these hands are moving in. And now we need to mask them, of course. So let's go into our, yeah, I'm gonna open this one up, and our banner shape big 2, this one, duplicate it, put it on top, lock this back up, unhide this, right click it, go to guide layer, turn it off. So now this one can be matte, and I'm going to place that up here, down here. All right, just to make it all tidy. And then we're going to add these pragmats again, of course. Like that, all right. Really nice. So that's how we can mask them out nicely. Now they come in. We need to change this mask later because this brown thing actually animates. But for now, just to keep a nice tidy overview, this looks good. Then let's go to this skull here, the skull face, Mr. Skull Face. I think it's this one, right? Yep, all the purple layers. Alright, let's see, how can we move this one in? Let's first animate the thing. The mouth can be parented to our head and everything else as well. And I think we can animate this first. It needs to position. It needs to start here, and then it needs to go closed. And then this one there. And maybe okay, like that. So now we have it. All right, nice. Give this some easing. Let's see how this looks. I'm going to make this a bit slow. I'm going to delete 2 of them actually. And I'm going to select all of them, hold Option on my keyboard and drag the last one out a bit so I can move them proportionately to make the whole thing go a bit slower. All right. Actually, let's have this thing move just simply in as well. I'm just going to put the anchor point over the head here so we can rotate it from there. And let's give it some position because we don't want to get too crazy with all the elements because then we'll be here for weeks. I have other stuff to do as well, you know. Put that down here. I'm making a rotation here and I'm placing it down here because I made a position keyframe and a rotation keyframe. And then I'm going to select this layer or this point and then actually make it drag these points out to give it a little curve. So now this thing curves into the screen and give that position and rotation. or the let's see, give the rotation an excite. Let's see how that looks. So it kind of wobbles in. All right, I kind of like that. It's like a little bit comic-y. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's give this some matte as well. Let's make this is skull. No. First, we're going to animate these eyes as well. But they can look around. No, they can't look around because there are no pupils in them or anything. They're just holes. So yeah, we are done with the skull face mister. Okay, let's open these modes actually. All the same, yeah. Alright, so we have the skull face mister. And it's being parent or tracked within the matte as well. Let's see how this looks. Alright, and now we need to look at this animation. It can be a bit later, I think. Let's see. It comes in and then yeah, and then we can copy these just a couple times. Just easy. Let's look at Maddie Fan, if I do say so myself. Nice. Okay, cool. That's looking pretty funny as well. So that's nice. Let's duplicate these two. Yep. And the Skullface Mister is going to be right-clicked on and transformed to a horizontal flip. And it is a bit low. Oh yeah, because the mouth is open right now. Yeah, so that's also done. So let's offset it a little bit as well. It's always important to offset because now these skull face misters are at the same time, and it could look fine, could look nice here, but I always like them just to be like a one or at least 1 frame or 2 frames off, so they're not doing the exact same movement at the exact time. All right, that's nice. Now we have this fire left, which is going to be a bit more difficult. But we can do it. Let's see, I have all these things here. We have the smoke, the fire itself, the handle, and the lines. Okay, and we have the handle is this shape here, and these lines are just these little brown shapes. Oh no, there's the lines up there, sorry. The handle, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, 1, and then 2 is this upper part, and now we have these shapes, these lines as well. So we're going to select, open this up, go to our contents, group 1, path 1, push, and then drag these ones down, and then drag them in to match these points here. So now they move up from that center. Bit too fast. Alright, it looks fine. That's kind of in the first frame you can see this little line here appearing. So I'm going to cut it off right there, like that. Alright, and then these, let's say these ones, let's try to give them a position as well, that like they're moving up a little bit. Let's see how that looks. With some easing, of course. Yeah, that's nice. Now it looks like it's growing a little bit. And then this one can move up as well, give this some position. Right, let's say right about here. Or this, let's see how this would look. Yeah, it's a bit lower here. I think this would be it. Nope, ease that again. When I use this easing, by the way, while I'm doing it over and over again, when I use this cubic out here in Flow, when I add the easing and then I change the keyframes, then I need to ease this again because then it doesn't work, because so that's why I'm doing it over and over again. Okay, that looks nice, and then scale that up as well. Scale, uncheck this, so I only want to scale this part here. So let's say 0. Oops, let's see, leave this as 100, please. Hello? 100. Yeah. Okay. Same easing here. Right, that looks good. Now, we're going to have to light this fire. How to light this fire? The lines, they can go away for now. These ones are done, and then the fire and the smoke. Smoke is more, I think this is more called light, isn't it? Boy, it's not smoke, actually. Right? Is it? Or is it fire? Or is it smoke? Or is it light? I think it's light. I think that these little things can like actually come out of the fire. Let's delete this one because it's the same as this. And we're going to position and scale and rotation this, I think. Yeah, and put them here. And I want this one to start here a bit smaller and rotate it like this. And then I want to move this up here, and I'm going to make this little S shape kind of reversed S. So this one like moves up, and then it scales down here. Maybe it could go even higher. So right, something like that. So it moves up, and then the scale here can be 100, and then when it's at the end, it can go back down to 0 again. Yeah. All right, let's see how this looks. Let's give this some easy ease, some simple easing. I'm just gonna try something. Is when I right click it, go to transform, auto orient, and then orient along path. So now, and I make this rotation. Let's just actually delete this whole rotation and make it look like that. Make it the point follow this path here. Then now this will follow, as you can see, which looks a bit nicer. Nice. Okay, let's move this in a little bit. Like fire little sparks here. Let's cut this layer off here and cut it off there. And then later on we can duplicate this a little bit. So let's duplicate it right now actually. And select the position and here. And I'm going to change. Oops. Let's see. Well, hello. This one, yes, there you go. And now we can change the position a little bit. And yeah, that's like this little fire thingies coming off of them. We can delete this one because we can later duplicate these things and then make it look nice, give it the right color. So now we're going to animate this fire. We have 3 different shapes here. Let's put these ones away. 3 different shapes: the red orange one, the white one, and the brown one. The brown one is just to make it seem like there's a hole in it, something. So what I'm actually going to do is animate the shape paths here of this red one. So I want to make it start from nothing, right there. Almost nothing, and give this curve nice and small here. Okay, and it moves up like it moves like the fire is turning on, and then we're going to just play around with these shapes a little bit. Okay, and just make these really random. So it looks like the fire is moving or anything or something like that. Oh, let's keep this point. Let's keep this point in there. Okay, let's make them go a bit faster. See how this looks. Yeah, awful, but that's okay. I think I need to move faster, and I think, yeah, I'm going to, if I can copy them over there. Yeah, we need to make some more, but if I right click all of them and then right click, go to hold keyframe, toggle hold keyframe, they have this more like comic-y look to them, which I like. So I'm going to make some more of these variations here and here right now. So I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so now we're done with this. I've copied some of them just to make them look last a little bit longer. Let's do that again here. Let's copy all of these keyframes. I turned off the whole keyframe as well for now. Place them there. So now this one looks like it's burning a little bit, and then select all of them, right click, toggle hold keyframe, and now we can I really like this like kind of weird little comic book effect, like the fire is moving, it's burning. And let's do the same thing with these other two here. So I'm gonna come right back to you when I'm finished with these two. Okay, so let's see, I'm done with that. What I've did is with all of these shapes, I've made these little different hold keyframes, so now they're all moving. And the beginning, let's cut it off here. So now the flame like grows up and then it starts flickering like that. No, that looks great. All right, let's make this light scale as well. I'm going to put the anchor point down here and scale this one up. Scale, and let's start at 0 here. Okay, with the same easing as the fire moving up. Maybe it's a bit slower though, like that. If you hear some growling in the background, my dog is grumpy at the moment, so just ignore that. Shh. Alright, this looks good. Nice. And we're going to give this this light the same the same subtle effect, just as the fire doesn't make the light flickering a little bit. I'm going to do that with a shape layer and some rotation maybe. So open this up, and when I open this up, this is an ellipse path because what Trey did in Illustrator, he created just a circle shape, but in After Effects I cannot alter these anchor points here. So what we need to do here first is right click on this shape and then click convert to Bezier path, and then I can open it up and just create a keyframe for the path and select these individual points. So I'm going to do the same thing here for now, so I'll check back with you in just a minute. Okay, so we're done with that. What I did is actually made them be a little bit further apart, so they go a bit slower than the fire, which looks really good. Nice. Then we need to just duplicate these little things here, but we'll do that in the next video. And let's these lines here. I'm going to have them just position, just move across the frame, also with hold keyframes. So because they're like, I don't know, like little holes in the light or in the reflection or anything. So I'm just going to place them randomly. Put this down, put that here like that, and then a few frames later do the same thing. These curves don't matter because I'm going to use hold keyframes for these as well, so don't worry about that. Okay, nice. So now we have the fire thingy animated. Let's comp that one together. Let's like call it torch. All right, nice. And get this matte layer again, duplicate that, put that here, and I'm going to alpha matte this in there. Yeah, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? And get the timing right, so right about here somewhere. Duplicate both of them, and let's just right click and transform horizontal flip, of course, and offset this a little bit. Nice, this looks really good. All right, cool. This is the, I think we're gonna leave it here for now. Did we have all the, we've animated, sorry, all of the elements. I think I can, let's just temp shape, let's turn this one off here right now. So yeah, now we have these elements animated, and now it's just, what's left is the main character part, so this guy. We're going to do that in the next video, because this already takes way too long. I hope you learned something from this first one. Please make sure you watch the next video as well, because there we're going to animate this character, which is the main part, of course. This was just basically a really big intro to that one. So yeah, check that out, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks, bye bye.